Anthony Edwards, you can't do that. You cannot wait. You might as well just not played. You waited till the last 2 minutes of the game and picked up 2 technicals back to back. This was literally the worst NBA Christmas we've had in a long time. And in my YouTube channel, on my 2-year YouTube career, right, I have said so many times where NBA Christmas has been bad, but this is hands down the worst Christmas we've had in a long time. Now, we started off the day so strong, right? First game, Knicks versus Cavs. The game went crazy. First quarter, it looked like it was going to be, the Cavs are going to run away with it. It looked like it was going to be a blowout, right? But obviously, this is basketball. This is the NBA. The first quarter never dictates the entire game. It can, but teams always fight back. It's a game of runs, make a miss league, so on and so forth. Second quarter. Now, the second quarter came, and the Knicks honestly woke up. I mean, this is the time where I feel like they did the most damage that they could have did to the Cavs. I think at this point, I'm not sure if I can say the Cavs were already put in their mind they're going to run away with the game. But at this point, the Cavs just showed that they're not there yet. They can't compete with the Knicks. The Cavs were playing, like, if you compare it to a boxing match, the Cavs were just throwing jabs when the Knicks were throwing heavy, hard hits in the second quarter. I mean, there's times where they went on multiple small runs. The Cavs, I believe, around the last 3 minutes of the quarter, they tried to go on some type of a run, but it just felt like that the Knicks took momentum. Now, at a certain point in this game, the Knicks were down by like 17, 18 points. Okay, and they kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And in that fourth quarter, the only person that showed up from the Cleveland Cavaliers to do anything was Donovan Mitchell. The only player that came through for them, the only player that really came out swinging, really, he's throwing hard hits. He's going for the dunk. He's doing all types of stuff. He's finding exclamation marks. He's looking for ways to give energy to the team. And he was the only one. Only one. Jalen Brunson started off pretty slow the first quarter. And then somehow 15, 17 points in the first half. The complete opposite with Donovan Mitchell. He started off hot. Like 12 points in the first quarter. He had no help. Nobody on the Cavs felt like they thought they could compete with the Knicks. It just feels like the Cavs are too lazy. Like, it doesn't even feel like they're playing at the same amount of intensity as they were 2 years ago. Or even last year. And it's the same team pretty much. I mean, you gave up some bench guys, some backup guards that really weren't doing anything. We've seen them in the playoffs, like Ty Jerome, so on and so forth. They weren't doing anything in the playoffs. They were not their good use. Donovan Mitchell was doing everything by himself. So pretty much it's still the same team. And no help. And I get it. Darius Garland is still rehabbing. Evan Mobley shockingly came back the day of Christmas. A lot of players did that. We'll get into that too. But then after that, right, and this game was crazy, okay? Like, I understand it closed very well. You had the clutch shots from Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson, free throws, so much great stuff that happened. The Mitchell Robinson 7 boards in the fourth quarter. Now, he's not the biggest offensive player. He's not the biggest free throw maker. None of that, right? But offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, 7 total rebounds. I believe he had like 4 offensive rebounds, and 4 of them, like 3 or 4 of them came from one possession. And I remember the announcers at a certain point in the first half were saying, how many boards have you seen Mitchell Robinson have? And they're like, oh no, today's only had like 1 offensive rebound, and that's in the first half. In the fourth quarter, he had 7 boards, and it literally gave the Knicks all types of hope. Ever since Josh Hart went down, the Knicks hit another level. Mitchell Robinson's second chances that he was given to the team by getting the rebounds, the threes that they were falling, everything was so good for them at that point. But then we get to the next game, like I said. And the next game was the Spurs and Thunder. Now, if y'all don't know, the NBA is trying to market Spurs and Thunder like they're the next rivalry in the league. They're the next biggest thing in the West, right? And they have the potential to be. They have the talent. They have the star pieces. They have everything that it takes for a rivalry. But the Spurs have given the Thunder belt to ass every game. And especially the Christmas game and the game before that. They blew them out of the water. It's like the Thunder just couldn't compete with the Spurs. And I get it. Okay, because throughout the game, I was thinking to myself, how are the Thunder struggling so much against the Spurs and they don't struggle against any other team? And I realized Victor Wembanyama. Okay, yes, he's a shot blocker. Okay, and they have to think about that when they get to the basket. And even at the 3-point line, you actually do kind of have to think about Victor Wembanyama blocking your shot, which is kind of crazy. But even more than that, the Spurs hit the Thunder with their own poison. They gave them a taste of their own medicine. And the Thunder just don't know how to react to that because they're so used to guarding teams the same way. Because every team in the league plays the same way. 3-point shot, get to the basket. People forget about the mid-range. But the Spurs, who do they have? De'Aaron Fox. Is De'Aaron Fox the greatest 3-point shooter in the world? Hell no. Is he a great mid-range shooter? Yes. And he's going to the basket, and he's fast, he's explosive. Then they have Victor Wembanyama, who could pretty much make a shot from everywhere on the court. You know, he could also just literally walk the ball into the basket. You can't compete with that because they don't know how to guard that, because for the same reason why other teams don't know how to guard the Thunder. Shai is a mid-range assassin. And he's going for the foul if you get too close. If he whatever he decides that you have done something stupid, he could get you for the foul, he's going for it. And now they have to guard themselves, basically. And that was hard for them. And it's going to be hard for them. Luckily for them, I don't think that Spurs are going to run into them in the playoffs. Probably not even in the finals. But if they do, this is going to be a hard series for them. But I still take the Thunder. Now, after that, we got hit with back-to-back terrible games. Lakers versus Rockets. Now, the NBA was trying to milk this LeBron, Kevin Durant thing, okay? They've been trying to do this for so long. Everybody was speaking about it before the season started, when the schedule first came out. And what happened? The Lakers came out and shitted the bed. They got nothing out of this game. Austin Reeves had no business playing that game. He played one half and left. 15 points and left. But I'm not going to go that crazy on him. LeBron James, 18 points. You know, he did what he usually does this year. Cool. I don't understand why on Christmas Day they choose to pretty much play their worst game. Now, not only that, they played another bad game the day before, 2 days ago, against the Suns. But the Christmas game, this is the game. I mean, honestly, I was thinking to myself, if the Rockets let the Lakers come back in the fourth quarter, and this is how bad it was, that I was thinking about this. If the Rockets let the Lakers come back in the fourth quarter, this is rigged. It has to be rigged. There's no way. And they didn't let them come back. I mean, it was a 20-point blowout. 20 points. And I realized something. The Lakers have no type of defense at all. No defense whatsoever. Luka's stat line was terrible. LeBron's stat line's alright. Okay, and Luka's stat line is terrible by Luka's standards this year. This year, not last year, not all the other years before that. Don't attack me for that. But this year, terrible. Lakers did not deserve a Christmas game. And you think that's over, right? No, they hit us with another terrible game. Mavericks versus Warriors. Thankfully, this was during nap time. Nobody's watching that shit. Nobody wants to see that. Everybody knew that the Warriors were going to win. And then AD comes out with a groin soreness. I swear this man be having the craziest injuries. And then they worded it in the most craziest way. Like, why is your groin sore, bro? Like, what are you doing? Why did it just get sore? It didn't say he hurt his groin. He didn't. They didn't say it was, he's strained by running or whatever. No. He has a sore groin. What are you doing that your groin is sore? Like, what is these like ticky tacky ass injuries? Whatever, bro. Move on. That game don't even deserve coverage. That shit was terrible. And then we have the Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Honestly, at this point, I was so sick and tired. And I didn't want to waste another 2 hours and a half watching a game that was going to turn out to be ass. Especially when I was so excited for the Spurs and Thunder. I was kind of excited, but not really for the Lakers and Rockets. I really wanted to see what they look like at full strength. And I thought by now they'll be at full strength. Then, Warriors and Mavericks, that was nap time. I woke up. Tell me how I catch this shit in overtime. Like the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I see Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokić going crazy. I see Anthony Edwards pick up 2 technicals. 2 technicals? What are you doing, bro? This is like an overtime game. Like, they need you. Y'all still have a chance to win it. They need you. He picks up 2 technicals, gets kicked out, and the Nuggets just put the icing on the cake, knocked down some free throws, and it was over. Who else was going to do anything besides Anthony Edwards? They need him on the court. I don't know why he did that dumb ass shit. I hate when players pick up technicals, especially in the most important time of the game, and especially if you are the most important player. Okay, Draymond Green picks up a technical. Whoop-de-fucking-do, bro. Nobody cares. Anthony Edwards, you can't do that. You cannot wait. You might as well just not played. You waited till the last 2 minutes of the game and picked up 2 technicals back to back. You could have just sat your ass down, bro. No funny shit. Because you literally went out there, was performing. Y'all was up a couple of times. And all you had to do is close it out. Y'all couldn't close it out. Then you hit the game winner. Game tying shot. Cool. Y'all go to overtime. And you decide to shit the bed. The whole team was doing ass. Matter of fact, the beginning of the overtime, y'all was doing good. The last 2 minutes and a half, y'all started doing terrible, and you start tweaking out. Cost the whole game, bro. That was dumb. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. This Real Talk with E. Safe.